That's the wrong one. Let me share the screen. Okay, we're recording. Don't need this. Okay. So we're going to draw on page 211. Basically, it's a notched block that's been skewed or whatever at the top. So I'll just start with the block and we'll just take some base measurements and make a cube or a box out of these shapes, just measuring off of the book. And maybe I'll see if I can put this up on the screen. Yeah, right here. So I'm going to use this image. And take some measurements off of it. So just the top box, and then we'll do the bottom box for it. Okay, so easiest one to do is probably, looks like this whole thing is, what, 7/8? And divided into 3 parts, which will be good. And then by, what is that, 5/8? And how tall is it? I'm going to go with the shortest height and then just adjust the vertices from there. So it looks like, what, 3/16? So might have to make sure I'm sharing here. Okay. So top view, that's good. I'm going to draw a box. And I'm going to put it at 0, 0, just in case I mess up. Okay, and so I want this box to be 7/8 here by 5/8 here by 3/16 here. So here's the initial box. Okay, and then I'm going to take a notch out of it. This might be a little tricky, but scooching over, I think I can do this. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm going to measure the height of the crevice here, and it looks like it's 1/8. So that'll be convenient. So I'm going to put a box 1/3 of 7/8, right? So it breaks it into, it looks like equal thirds pretty well. So I'm going to make another box. I'll just draw it out here, and I don't care how long it is here, so I'll just tab. I do care about that width. So what's 1/3 of 7/8, right? 7/24. So just do, right, just multiply the bottom number by 3. 7, so 8 times 3 is 24, so 7/24. There. And then I'll set that height to 1/8. There. Okay, it's not in the right position, but simply moving it to from center to center, that'll cut the notch out, right? There. So there's the beginnings of that first box. So I'll pause here. Okay, so what I need to do is select this and turn off the solid history. So I've already done it, but it's normally on record, but I want it on none. This way, when I go to the filter and go to vertex, I can edit a vertex here and allow the triangulation and just move that vertex up. Okay, so need to measure how tall that first one is, and it looks like it's 5/8 or 10/16 minus the 3/16. If I keep everything in 16ths, that's a difference of 7/16. So I'm going to raise that 7/16. Okay, hit escape or else that vertex will move with the next one. So hit escape to deselect, click on this one, allow triangulation, lift this one up, back here. And I measure this to be, it looks like 3/4, right? Or 12/16. 12 minus 3 is 9/16. So I'm going to type in 9/16. So that one's a little taller. And hit escape. These two are going to go together. So allow triangulation on these. It already is. Actually, yeah, they're not there. Okay. So I'm going to move those upwards. Oh, I don't think I allowed triangulation here. Oh, yeah, it's on that. Okay, so there you go. I need to raise these guys by, if I look at the bottom, since I'm moving the bottom one, that looks like 3/8 or 6/16 minus 3/16 is 3/16, right? So 0.1875. There's that. Escape. The back two. Raise those up. Oh. Might have to do these individually. I thought I could do one at a time, or not one at a time. So this one's going to go up 3/16. Let me remeasure that. That one's up. So that's 7/16. Yeah, it's the same height as A. So 7/16. So 10/16 minus 3, yeah, so 7. And then hit escape, click the bottom one, allow triangulation, raise that one. Well, that's going to go 7/16 minus the 1/8. So that's 2/16. So it's 5/16. Doesn't look quite right. Now I just have to measure it. Okay, the bottom of D here. That's 1/2 inch minus So that's what, 8/16? So 5/16. That's what I said. I have to believe that. I'm not sure if that's, maybe this will move with it. And then that one goes up by, so it's the top at point B. So that's also 5/16. That's 3/8. Oh, maybe I measured that wrong. Half inch. So 8/16 minus 3/16 is 5/16. Yeah. And then this would be 3/16 once I get it. I mean, it's looking. Oh, yeah, that's 8/16 minus 3 is 5. 2 more 16ths. 6/16, so that's 3/16. It just looks too high, huh? That distance looks too high. So from the bottom to the top is 5/8. Yeah. This is 1/2. Yep. And that's a 1/4 inch instead of, oh. I just messed up in the math. So that, and I snap to there. Snap to the midpoint. Should be good that way. I'll raise. Oh. It will, but when I think I would ignore it. Because once you move them all, it may go away or may stay there. I don't know. But it won't show up anyway, so you're fine. In the 2D view anyway. Okay, so the back corner. So that'll be 7/16, so 4/16 or 1/4 inch. Yeah, it looks like a 1/4 inch difference. Looks good. So 1/4 minus, so that's going to be an 1/8. Again. Front looks like
more or less 3/8. So 6/16 minus 3/16.
It's 3/16.
Let's take a quick measurement here. And that's a 1/4 minus 3/16.
So that's 1/16. And then it needs to go to the midpoint. So I'm not exactly sure why that is, but oh, and then these corners, did I have to move those?
Well, this opposite one. So the only corner that stays, I would have to say that's 5/16. So
It goes up 2/16. Yeah, let's take a look at the front view here and see if we got that okay. Not exactly, although it's not supposed to be anyway, is it? Uh-huh. So now we just spent time checking the distances and everything according to the book. So now I'm going to draw another box here. Actually, I need my UCS back to normal. There we go, and box. And I'm just going to put a box out here. And I've already taken the measurements. The length of that box is what, 1.1 5/16, I think. And that is 1 3/16. And the box itself is,
I would have to go to a 30-second, I guess.
3 seconds. Let's go with that. I don't think it's going to matter much. Okay, now I want to center them, right? Like put one on top of the other or whatever. So let's just move that guy from its midpoint to its midpoint, and then move it again. There we go. Midpoint at 180 versus midpoint at 190. There you go. So centered, nicely done. Thank you very much. Now we're ready to rotate this guy about its center. So I'm just going to rotate and pick its midpoint here. If I can, I don't remember the dimensions, so I'm going to have to do this tracking number here. Looks good, base point to that. And rotate this thing.
Well, I don't have a protractor, but I'm gonna say that's
30 degrees. Negative 30 degrees. There. So go to the top view and compare. Should be good to go at this point.
that is identical.
Okay, just kidding.
Not quite.
Close enough. Yeah, actually, I think I want to rotate this 180 now. It doesn't matter where the base point is. This, I'm just going to click there, 180. Did that actually do it? So let's go to the top view. Move it around. No. Why did that? Oh, maybe I had the wrong thing picked. Hey, rotate. There. Must have not hit the button right. Okay. Now it's all ready. So our assignment is to find the true shape of this top slanted oblique actually surface. So we need to find its true shape. And let's go to layout view and let's insert our model. Check the scale. Maybe we should just accept AutoCAD scale, but right now I'm at 2, so I'm going to go to 1. But yours, you might want to leave it what they have it because you drew it at a different scale. That's fine. There's my top view. Okay, so to be able to draw this surface right here in its true shape, I need to find a true length line in that surface, right? Well, luckily, these two, I already know that these 2 points are at the same height. So I'm just going to draw a line across horizontally, right? And I'm going to find out where that line exists from, well, on that surface, right? So, well, I already know that that line, oh, that should be on the object layer. Yeah, probably object layer is good. And we already know that it's from this, from corner to corner right here, right? So this is a true length line on the surface. All I have to do is project an auxiliary view from that line. Well, the line of sight parallel to that line, or the reference line to be perpendicular to it. So I'm going to just jump the gun here and jump that step, and draw a perpendicular line to that true length line, and just put it off to the side here, lengthen it out. Okay, so this is my reference line to project the auxiliary view to show this surface in its edge view, right? Yeah. So if I do a polyline, or it doesn't have to be, but it's easier to select when it is. If I just trace the trace and close, right? So this is a polyline here, right? So if I start a line somewhere like midpoint here, and then I can come across, and it would go to midpoint, of course, but let's just try something that's not there. Let's like right here, and then go straight across. It will intersect. I should be able to get an intersect snap going on if the graphics card wasn't so awful. There we go. I saw it there. Got it. So here's an intersection that I can use. Of course, I would have to do the same thing here with the polyline, draw this, which kind of negates the advantage of drawing this thing in 3D. At that point, I could have just drawn the top and front view in model space and done everything else there. But yeah, we need these polylines to get the snaps where we need them. So I'm going to take those off. So that's what you're going to have to do if, in case, like in my case, I do have the corners, because that was horizontal, because this corner was at the same height as that corner, so that works. And likewise, you know, it comes across those corners. So now you can project it out. If you don't have that, then you have to draw the polylines around there to snap to them, because it won't snap to the 3D objects. Oh, what a pain. So. Okay. Well, a couple, I'll just start with one line here going perpendicular. Guess I should extend that out there, copy it a couple times, and then we'll be ready to go from every corner basically, and then measure some distances. I do need a reference line in between, so I can measure from it, hence the term reference. Okay, so let's pick this corner. Should have that distance right there. Oh, I already got that one. Now I should be able to draw, and this should come out a straight line, which is kind of confirming when it does. And I'll skip the middle one, which should go to this point, and then it should connect to that point. And it does indeed go through it. So this is edge view of that surface. There we go. That's our first step. So we are out of time, but we'll continue that on in our next meeting.